SmackDown selects.
Raw selects.
The WWE Draft is in the books for 2023, changing the rosters of Raw and SmackDown, and we saw a lot of moves made. But one that took fans by surprise was the number of free agents. Brock Lesnar being a free agent isn't too much of a surprise considering his featured player status, and he's only going to wrestle a handful of showcase matches leading up to next year's WrestleMania. Is this his final contract? We're not really sure, but he wasn't the only person to be undeclared for a brand in WWE. Here are some of the other WWE superstars who are free agents as of this video, and some names that might surprise you.
Mustafa Ali is a huge surprise since he was never officially drafted on either night of the WWE Draft this year. It's even more bizarre considering that he's now the #1 contender to Gunther's Intercontinental Championship after winning a Battle Royal on Raw, with the undeniably powerful Gunther moving to the Red brand and a match between him and Ali being booked for Night of Champions in Saudi Arabia. We don't think Ali is going to be in SmackDown anytime in the near future. So is he now an unofficial Raw guy? One of the physically biggest superstars in WWE tends to be in some pretty big matches, and that's Omos. But they decided he was a little bit too big for just one brand. WWE revealed on social media that MVP, his agent, had negotiated a deal to have Omos become a free agent, can appear on both brands. Perhaps he's larger than just one TV show. In a move that doesn't seem as big, yes, Elias has gone undrafted. The former 24/7 champion hasn't fared too well under Triple H's creative tenure at the head of WWE, mainly spending his time in comedy skits and elevating other superstars, which isn't too different from what he was doing before, but it simply just doesn't feel as rocking as it once was for the rock star. He is unfortunately one of the names who few realized went undrafted, which isn't a good sign. WWE NXT superstars got the big call up from Florida, including JD McDonough, Grayson Waller, Elba Fire, and Isla Dawn. They got to enjoy some fanfare with their drafts to Raw and SmackDown respectively, but two other NXT names who went unnoticed and undrafted were Von Wagner and Zion Quinn. They were quietly introduced to the main roster as undrafted talents who can float between both shows on the May 15th episode of Raw, having forgettable appearances in that Intercontinental title contender Battle Royal as well. Shelton Benjamin and Cedric Alexander also appeared in the Battle Royal and also are free agents. The two have taken a back seat to everything in WWE, as it seems, since the split of the Hurt Business over 2 years ago. For reasons unknown, they weren't drafted to any specific brand. If it were up to the Hurt Business fans, though, we simply would have seen the entire group reformed. But sadly, the almighty Bobby Lashley has continued to run solo, and it doesn't seem like he wants anything to do with it. One of the most enduring superstars who has bounced around from roster to roster, from the top of the card to sometimes off of it, is Dolph Ziggler. Despite becoming a free agent in the draft, he began a feud with newcomer JD McDonough on Raw after getting brutally assaulted by the Irish Ace. McDonough has the momentum, and maybe Ziggler won't be coming out on top of this potential rivalry, but this does give us an opportunity to see Ziggler jump around and maybe even become WWE NXT champion again. Baron Corbin. He is the man who is going to get the loathsome undrafted superstar storyline, it appears. We've seen some incredible free agent storylines get that same type of role, like Heath Slater's run in 2016 being the most memorable by far. Corbin has been in a slump this year, and it seems to be never ending in its landslide of loserdom. His loss to the debuting Cameron Grimes on SmackDown happened in an embarrassing 6 seconds. and sums up the year he's having. You may not believe it, but Corbin's victory over Rick Boogs at a Paris, France live event, that's right, untelevised, in April, was his first win in nearly 200 days. Corbin has always filled a specific spot on the roster, and he's done a great job playing this type of fooling foil. Maybe we could see the redemption-style storyline that was supposed to happen in 2021 when he became Happy Corbin. The biggest name, barring Brock Lesnar, to go undrafted this year is Bray Wyatt. Wyatt has been out of action for an unspecified physical issue, causing his match that was expected with Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 39 to not make the show. It's a pretty strong decision to keep Bray Wyatt as a free agent while they reevaluate the direction for his character, with Road Dogg himself revealing behind the curtain of WWE that a writer has been brought in for the new direction just for Wyatt. It's a good time to correct course that kind of went off the tracks from October to February when we had that whole Mountain Dew Pitch Black match and the extra gimmicks, and it just wasn't as exciting when we first got Bray Wyatt back. Were you surprised to see any of these superstars go undrafted? Let us know what you think in the comments below.